Hello there, everybody. I want to address a particular thought that I'm seeing promoted around in regards to Q, because I'm seeing some people get confused by this thought, and I think I have some insights to share that could help clarify some things for them. And I'm going to read this comment here because it outlines that thought pretty well, and it's what inspired me to do this video. It says, anyone think Q is being used to pacify truthers? Pacify truthers, that's basically that thought. Or Q is being used to make people complacent. Or Q is being used to make people basically just sit on their ass behind a computer so we're not really progressing anywhere as a society. It's basically what I'm seeing a lot of people say. Whether they're well-intentioned or whether they're purposeful, motivated shills spreading this message to confuse people. Quite honestly, I think it's a little bit of both. But I don't think this idea could be further from the truth, okay? So let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning of Q. October 28th, 2017, I think I came across it maybe the second or third day. I wasn't on 4chan, but I saw the posts on Twitter, and that's what got me into it all. Now, since then, since Q has popped on the scene a little over a year ago, what have we seen happen in the public, in the people that follow Q, believe in it? What have we seen them do? Okay? My gosh, we have seen people literally make music. They've made songs devoted to Q and the Great Awakening in general. We have seen people been activated to make YouTube channels and share videos almost every single day. You know, I was doing this YouTube thing before Q came along, but once Q came along, I was for sure activated a little bit more so. I know other people were inspired by this QAnon operation itself to make their YouTube channels and put out videos educating people on topics not just Q, but everything having to do with waking up, right? So many people have made YouTube channels, and man, they have thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers even. Waking people up, educating people, inspired by Q. And not just on YouTube, but my gosh, on Twitter. We have people spending so many hours of their day making tweets, and that might not seem like much, but you've got hundreds, you've got thousands of people reading these tweets, reading these threads on Twitter, educating themselves, sharing, spreading the knowledge, okay? We've got people out there with apparel, with gear on, with Q shirts that they're wearing in public. I've seen them. They didn't even know who I was. And it was right around here, locally, you know. I've seen Q shirts. We got people with Q and Awakening and Where We Go One, We Go All decals on their cars, driving around. We've got billboards. We've got signs. We've got, is that truly sitting on your ass? Is that pacification? Is that not doing anything? That's doing a whole hell of a lot if you ask me. And just think where we would be at right now, this very day, if we did not have this Q operation initiated a little over a year ago. We would not be where we are with this waking up process, with this great awakening without Q, you know? So are people truly being pacified? Are they getting complacent? Is it hope porn? I'm seeing a lot of people say that. Q is just hope porn. It's making people think that something's going on to pacify them to sit on their ass. It's the general idea of hope porn, kind of like fear porn, right? People saying things just to scare you for a particular reason. People calling Q hope porn just to make you hopeful to pacify you. But in fact, it's not. Because people are getting activated. They're getting catalyzed everywhere to share information, to educate their friends and family, to educate the general public, right? So, no, Q is not pacifying at all. In fact, the people behind Q, those folks in the Trump administration, the military officials that are behind Q, in my opinion, that was one of the main reasons that they initiated this operation that we call Q, is to activate people, to catalyze them, to start doing stuff to wake up the mass public. Because that is one of the biggest things that is holding this whole awakening, this mass arrest thing from progressing. It's one of the biggest things that's preventing them from pulling those indictments and starting arresting all the deep state cabal, is the fact that the American public is so dumbed down. They're so brainwashed. They're so ignorant as to what's really going on in our society, in our world, right? So these guys on the inside that are filing these indictments, that want to conduct these mass arrests, that want to take down the cabal, they know how ignorant the public is. So that's exactly why they initiated this Q operation, is to catalyze us to start educating our friends and family, educating this, unfortunately, ignorant public, to get them prepped, to get them ready, to get them understanding of what's going on and what's about to take place. Because if they did not do that, if they did not initiate something like Q to start warning us, waking us up, and helping us wake up our friends and family, well then, imagine a mass arrest scenario if we all had no freaking clue what's going on behind the scenes. And not just us truth seekers, no clue, but imagine those ignorant, brainwashed public normies. I don't like labeling them as such. It's kind of demeaning. But imagine if they had no idea what's going on, and then some mass arrests occur, and then holy crap, chaos, right? Chaos. That's exactly what those guys on the inside, those people behind Q, are trying to avoid, is the chaos. They're trying to make this transition as smooth as possible. So that's exactly why they initiated Q, was to activate us truth seekers, us individuals who are a little more awakened than the rest, to get us to go, oh wow, something is going on. Now we need to start talking to our friends and family about it, because stuff's about to hit the fan. And very last thing, not just to activate and catalyze us, but one of the also reasons why they initiated Q is to give us a sense of validation, is to give us a sense of confidence. So we didn't just sit on our ass and not do anything. Because as we'll call it conspiracy realist here, or truth seeker, I've been awakened seeking truth for maybe 6-7 years now. And it's been difficult. And sometimes you're like, man, I don't know if anything's going on behind the scenes, in the military and politics to take down this cabal. I don't know if any individuals on the inside are really that awakened or aware, right? And there's some self-conscious moments. There's some moments where you don't, you get down on yourself. So by these guys initiating Q, it gave all of us a sense of confidence in that, wow, these high-level military and folks within our current presidential administration, they know what the heck's going on. That validates us. That gives us a sense of confidence that they know what's going on. They're telling us that, yeah, you guys are right. You guys are correct. You crazy conspiracy theorists, nutcase, nutjobs, tinfoil hatters, you guys are right. Wow. What a infection of confidence that they've given us. And that confidence, that validation, then activates people. It makes them say, you know what, I can go out there and start educating people. It activates the hell out of somebody, let me tell you, right? If we didn't have Q giving people that confidence, giving people that validation, they wouldn't be going out and, making those songs, making their YouTube channels, making their tweets, wearing their shirts, putting the decals on their cars, doing all these things to wake up the public. They wouldn't, that wouldn't happen. So, no, Q is not being used to pacify people. It's not being used to make people complacent. It's not hope porn. One of the very reasons they initiated Q, they're conducting Q, is to give us validation, confidence, to make us activated, to make us catalyzed, to share memes, share information, share all the stuff we need to wake up the public. Wow. That is not us waiting for a savior. That's us saving ourselves. Q was just that fire that was lit, that we needed lit behind our asses to go do the damn thing. So, there you go, guys. Keep doing the damn thing. Done.